Alright, so today we're out here with the 177 caliber Gauntlet again. We're testing Skenco Ultra Shocks. They're 9.57 grains. It's the new one, and the new one so far that I can tell is they come in a tin. The old ones came in a plastic cap, in a plastic container with a plastic cap. I already did the water bucket test. You can see the expansion on them in the water bucket test. I also have some old 22 caliber Ultra Shocks sitting here with some new ones I got, and it looks like the new ones got a little different shaped head. Like they seem to be flatter. Like these appear to be a little more tapered at the top. And maybe it's just my eye. And these seem to be a little flatter. Just visually looking at them. Looks like the older ones had more of a tapered head, and the new ones have more of a flatter head. So it's just visual. We're going to test those 22 calibers in a minute. But anyway, we're getting ready to shoot some groups. I shot a quick group, and I don't think that this gun is going to like these 9.57 grain Ultra Shocks. Based on the twist rate chart, it should like a pellet about 7 grains, and it's kind of been that way because it seems like it likes the lighter pellets. It shoots red fires real good. It shoots Crossman Premier hollow points real good, and they're all in the 7, 9, 7, 8 range. So it's liking a 7 grain pellet more than a 9 or 10 grain pellet. I had some 10 grain domes, and they look like a shotgun blast down there. So the gun tends to like lighter pellets. So anyway, we're going to do some more shooting and testing. We're going to walk down here and hang this target. And while I'm walking down here hanging this target, I'm going to do some talking. I follow a couple guys on YouTube, couple guys in the airgun community, as we put it. And most of them don't cry. Most of them go out, shoot their videos and do their things, and they ain't doing a whole bunch of crying about people hating on them. And I have a general consensus about that. When you get on YouTube and lie, or we're not going to say that. That's a bad word. We're not going to say lie. We're not going to use that word. We're not going to use the word lie. But when you get on YouTube and you stretch the truth or twist the facts, then you're going to have people calling you out. Because they can see that you're stretching the truth or twisting the facts. It's not hate. It's not hating. It's not envy. It's not any of that. It's just the fact that you ain't telling the truth, so you're getting called out on the fact about your not telling the truth. And when you sit there and say, "Oh, I proved it, I proved it, I proved it, I proved it on video," no, you didn't. You didn't prove anything on video. You may prove some of your things that you state. Some of the things you state might be true or might be proven, but a lot of the things you state are false. You have not shot a sub half-inch group with a $160 PC rifle. When you really analyze that and really take a look at the guys group, that's a 1-inch group. It's a 1-inch group all day at 100 yards. Which the funny part about that is, that's a great group for a $160 rifle. That's a great group for a $500 rifle. That's a great group for a $2,000 rifle. A 1-inch group at 100 yards is a great group. But instead, they choose to lie about it and say it's a 1/2-inch group and do this whole funky measuring thing. It's not a 1/2-inch group. It's a 1-inch group. And I know they're going to come up with this, oh, well, the reason why, and they're going to do this big, long explanation, and the reason why they measure it one way and not measure it the other way where it's the widest. That's fine and dandy. You can try to twist it up however you want to twist it up. But at the end of the day, it's not a 1/2-inch group. It's a 1-inch group, and it will always be a 1-inch group, no matter how you want to try to twist it or change it or make it into something. It's not. Which is why you have all these people coming on your site saying you're wrong. Because once you start stating incorrect facts, or you start doing incorrect things, it then calls everything you do into question. And this guy has done it numerous times. He's just done numerous things to make you call him into question. He makes a video about how great Gamma red fires are. Oh, they're the best pellet in the world, best hunting pellet in the world. Now all of a sudden he got an Amazon site and he's trying to sell some crap. And now this B-Min round pellet is the best hunting pellet in the world. But then he states in his own video that the best is inaccurate. Oh, it's inaccurate. But earlier, if you look through his videos, he's talking about accuracy is the most important thing. Accuracy is the most important thing. Accuracy is the most important thing. And now because he wants to sell a pellet and make some money off of it, now all of a sudden he's saying accuracy is not important. You know, these pellets hit really, really hard. Oh, they're the hardest hitting pellet ever. Da 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 da. But then he goes hunting, and the pellet that he's talking about, this great hard hitting pellet, ain't even the pellet he uses. He uses a Gamma hunter. He's out there with Gamma hunters. Why isn't he using this great short range pellet that he came out with? He was shooting short range. Why not use this great short range pellet that you're trying to sell to everybody? But that's what I mean. When you start stretching the truth and twisting things up, you know, to try to sell something or to try to get some sponsorship, and it's obvious that's what you're trying to do, people are going to call you out. You know, people are going to call you out when you stop being real, when you start getting an alternative reason for why you're doing what you're doing. You're not just doing it for the love. You're not just doing it because you're doing it. You're doing it because you're trying to make money, or you're trying to get money, or you're trying to get endorsements, and you're trying to get stuff. You're trying to get free stuff, right? So you start lying and twisting and stretching the truth and changing the facts so that you can get endorsements, so that you can get free stuff, so you can benefit, not because you want to be honest. And that's why, you know, this dude's on here, oh, I'm done. Well, guess what? If you're done, shut your channel off, because that's what done means. Done means you're shutting your channel off. I'm not doing it no more. I'm shutting down. No. He come on there talking about I'm done. Yeah, just so that he could be the center of attention and draw more you guys in to hear his rant. And look, even in his rant he lied, because in his rant he said that's why I got 18,000 subscribers. Well, you don't. You got 17,000. So he even lies about that. He can't be straight about nothing. He has to stretch the truth about everything. Now I'm going to go shoot some groups. And now I'm going to add it to this video so we can see how these pellets do. And this is real testing. Like I tell you before when I did my other pellet test, you know, that's a great looking pellet, real expanded nicely. But it could do fantastic. Squirrel season starts here September 31st, September 30th. So when I start shooting some squirrels with them and digging them out, and I'm not just talking one squirrel, I'm talking about multiple squirrels at multiple distances, at multiple ranges, then we'll see the real deal, what this Skenco Ultra Shock really does in the real world. Not some fake shooting at some clay, shooting at some water. This is just testing. Testing don't mean nothing in the real world. Real world is shooting animals and recovering your pellets and seeing what they actually do when they actually hit bone and tissue. That's real world. So on that note, I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna shoot a group and see if I can get these pellets to shoot half decent. And if not, then they're garbage. Because if they don't shoot good out the gun, then they can be the most expanding pellet in the world. But it don't help nothing if you can't hit nothing. So on that note, I'm gonna let you go. And like I said, when people say things on YouTube or anytime someone says something to you and it kind of don't make sense, or it doesn't pass, or you see something and it doesn't pass the eyeball test, you need to start really questioning what they're saying or what they're doing or what you're seeing. Because if it doesn't pass the eyeball test, or it doesn't pass the common sense test, then it's probably not true. And on that note, like I said, I'm gonna shoot this group and I'm gonna add it to this video, and we'll see what these skenco Hydra shocks do in 177.